sometimes there's all different types of anxiety. So the key is, and this is the key for every single condition, not just anxiety, is to get to the cause of the problem. So most doctors are looking to treat the symptoms, right? Okay, take this anti-anxiety pill, or take this herb that's good for anxiety, or take this supplement, or St. John's wort, or, people just like treat the symptoms. What I do as a functional doctor is get to the cause. So what can cause the anxiety? Could be a lot of things. One of the things is called a dysautonomia. Have you ever heard of that? Anyone ever heard of that? So a dysautonomia is about this autonomic nervous system, and for these patients, they're what we call a fight or flight mode. So they're always anxious because they think like the lion's going to come eat them alive. So they're always on guard. It's called a fight or flight mode. So these people have difficulty sleeping, poor digestion. They're going to get lack of blood flow into the brain because you don't need to remember things because you're in this survival mode. So you got to fight the lion, you got to run away. So we don't give a crap about the memory. So it's draining the blood from the brain because it's in this fight or flight mode. Sometimes anxiety can be caused by this imbalance of the frontal cortex, where the left and right brain are not connecting. So that's a different type of treatment. For that, we have to increase the weak areas and actually bring down the overactive to get it balanced. So one is treating the imbalance of the brain function. The other is treating that fight or flight mode. Sometimes it's from when your mom was anxiety when she was pregnant. So a lot of times people have anxiety because when their moms were pregnant, their mom had anxiety. So we got to actually rewire the brain and create all these new connections because the old connections have been that way for your whole life. Sometimes it's simple as getting people off coffee, so they're having too much stimulants. Coffee, TV, computer, the news, sugar, chocolate, these are all stimulants. So if they're overstimulated, we just have to get rid of all those stimulants, and then that reduces the anxiety. So I gotta be a detective and figure out, okay, what's causing this anxiety? And then I can figure it out and then give you the kind of best solution. So all three of those solutions, yes, will affect the memory in different ways, but for different. Over here, but we talk about for brain function to eat from 9 to 5. It's called intermittent fasting. So that's the best way to do it for increased brain function. So you have your breakfast at 9 a.m. You can have a lunch at 12 to 1 somewhere, and a dinner at like 4:30, and you could snack in between, so you can have a ton of food, as long as it's healthy food, which are the fruits, the vegetables, the seeds, the nuts, the lean meats, and chickens, and fish, and eggs, all the stuff from the earth, all the stuff on the outside of the supermarket. Don't go on the inside. All these things in boxes and cans, you don't need any of that. You can eat all your food just literally from all the fruits, all the vegetables, all the nuts, all the seeds. You can have fun with it. You don't have to be a good cook. You literally just, and you should see my meals. You guys, if anyone on Facebook, we have what's called Kaplan's Lunchbox. I take pictures of my meals. Very simple meals, just steamed vegetables, grilled chicken, nice piece of fish, simple stuff. You don't have to be boring. Well, it could be boring, but it's healthy. So, and if you want not boring, you get a book called The Whole 30. Has anyone ever heard of that? And Whole 30 has these most amazing, non-boring, but a lot more effort. So you could do the boring way and make it easy. You could put a lot of, if you're, a cook, you could really go with this Whole 30 and really make these fancy meals.